Welcome to Microbe World. Today, we dive deep beneath the skin to uncover the hidden microscopic factory that produces a common enemy. At first glance, the human skin appears calm and smooth, but a microscopic universe thrives just below this delicate biological surface layer. We begin our journey by zooming into a single hair follicle, a dark and oily cavern where mysterious biological processes constantly occur. Inside this microscopic cave, we find an abundance of a thick golden substance known as sebum, which naturally lubricates our human skin. To the naked eye, this oil seems like simple grease, but at the molecular level, it is a complex and fascinating structure. Floating peacefully in the follicle are triglycerides, which look like glowing yellow balloons bundled together in a highly organized molecular chemical formation. These triglyceride molecules are essential for maintaining skin hydration, acting as a natural protective barrier against harsh environmental conditions and external threats. However, this peaceful environment is not empty. It is home to millions of microscopic inhabitants that consider this golden oil a treasure. Among these tiny residents is a specific type of bacteria called Cutibacterium acnes, a natural and permanent guest within our hair follicles. While you might view this excess oil as a cosmetic annoyance, the bacteria see it as an endlessly flowing, magnificent biological buffet. These bacteria are perfectly adapted to survive in this dark and completely oxygen-free environment, thriving silently surrounded by golden human sebum. But there is a major problem for our microscopic friends. They cannot simply consume these large, complex triglyceride balloons directly for energy. The molecular structure of the oil is too large and complicated for the bacteria to absorb through their tiny outer cell walls. To unlock this abundant food source, the bacteria require a highly specialized chemical tool, a microscopic secret weapon designed for molecular destruction. Watch closely as the bacteria prepare to deploy their weapon. They begin to synthesize a powerful biological protein deep within their bodies. Suddenly, the bacteria release thousands of glowing neon green molecules into the surrounding oil, illuminating the dark cavern with a vibrant light. These glowing molecules act like tiny, sharp biological scissors. In the scientific world, we call this incredibly destructive and powerful enzyme lipase. The lipase enzymes aggressively swim toward the floating yellow balloons, preparing to initiate a fierce chemical reaction that will change everything here. With incredible precision, the neon scissors slice through the strong chemical bonds holding the large triglyceride molecules together in the dark fluid. This violent molecular cutting action rapidly breaks down the complex oil into much smaller, easily digestible fragments, known as free fatty acids. The bacteria eagerly consume these newly formed fatty acid fragments, using them as a primary energy source to multiply and grow stronger. As the bacteria feast and multiply, they release even more lipase enzymes, creating a continuous cycle of molecular destruction within the pore. However, this microscopic feast comes with a severe consequence. The newly created free fatty acids are highly unstable and extremely chemically aggressive. Unlike the gentle original oil, these sharp acidic fragments do not remain peaceful. They begin to drift dangerously toward the follicle walls. The delicate epithelial cells lining the hair follicle were never designed to withstand such a massive concentration of harsh, corrosive fatty acids. As the acidic fragments make contact with the biological wall, they immediately begin to erode the protective cellular barrier of the follicle. Microscopic cracks and deep fissures start to appear along the once smooth wall, exposing the highly sensitive internal tissues to further damage. The surrounding environment rapidly shifts from a peaceful golden cavern to a chaotic, hostile war zone filled with toxic chemical byproducts everywhere. Sensing this severe structural damage, the injured skin cells realize they are under a massive attack and must call for immediate biological backup. In a desperate plea for help, the damaged cells release powerful chemical alarm signals called cytokines into the surrounding deep skin tissue. These cytokines act like bright, flashing lightning bolts in the microscopic darkness, desperately broadcasting a severe state of emergency to the body. The chemical distress signals travel rapidly through the surrounding tissues, urgently seeking out the highly trained internal security and specialized defense forces. Deep within the nearby tissue, a network of tiny blood vessels detects the urgent cytokine signals and begins to react almost instantly. The blood vessels rapidly expand and dilate, allowing a massive surge of fresh blood to flow directly toward the damaged hair follicle. This sudden rush of blood is exactly what causes the visible red swelling and painful inflammation you often see on your face. Riding this powerful wave of blood are the elite microscopic soldiers, massive white cells, officially known to scientists as brave fighting neutrophils. These giant white defenders squeeze through the expanded blood vessel walls, marching aggressively toward the epicenter of the chaotic biological disaster zone. As the neutrophils enter the damaged follicle, they immediately identify the multiplying bacteria and the corrosive fatty acids as hostile foreign invaders. The battle begins. The giant white blood cells ruthlessly hunt down the bacteria, engulfing them entirely within their massive, flexible cellular bodies. Once inside the white blood cell, the trapped bacteria are bombarded with highly toxic oxidative chemicals designed to melt them completely away. This fierce microscopic combat is incredibly violent. The white blood cells fight without any hesitation, willingly sacrificing themselves to protect your skin. As the battle rages on, the battlefield becomes heavily littered with the structural remains of both the destroyed bacteria and fallen defenders. The continuous accumulation of dead bacteria, exhausted white blood cells, and leaked cellular fluids begins to form a thick, dense biological mixture. This incredibly dense and sticky substance slowly fills the entire cavity of the hair follicle, pushing violently against the surrounding skin walls. This exact mixture of microscopic casualties and biological debris is what we commonly recognize on the surface of our skin as pus. The pressure inside the follicle continues to build rapidly as more immune cells arrive and more debris accumulates in the confined space. The expanding mass of pus is forced upward toward the surface of the skin, stretching the delicate outer layers to their absolute limits. This intense internal pressure is the primary reason why a developing pimple feels so incredibly tender and painful when you touch it. Eventually, the thick white mass reaches the very top of the pore, forming the classic, highly visible whitehead that everyone instantly recognizes. Looking closely at this structure, we see a perfect dome of biological debris, trapped just beneath a very thin layer of skin. Many people feel an overwhelming, almost uncontrollable urge to forcefully squeeze and pop this visible white dome the moment they see it. However, popping a pimple is a terrible idea. When you squeeze the delicate skin, you apply massive mechanical pressure to the follicle. This violent external pressure can easily rupture the already weakened follicle walls, spilling the toxic bacteria and acidic pus into surrounding tissues. When this toxic biological waste spreads deeper into the skin, it triggers an even more massive and painful immune response from the body. Instead of clearing the infection, forcefully squeezing the pimple actually expands the microscopic war zone, causing significantly more redness and severe swelling. Furthermore, this severe mechanical damage to the deep tissue often leads to permanent, visible scarring that can last for your entire life. Your highly advanced immune system is incredibly efficient. If left completely alone, the dedicated white blood cells will naturally clear the infection. Over time, the specialized immune cells will carefully break down and safely absorb the trapped pus, slowly healing the damaged biological tissue. The redness will naturally fade away, and the once chaotic hair follicle will eventually return to its normal, peaceful, healthy baseline state. Understanding this complex biological process completely changes how we view those annoying little red bumps that occasionally appear on our facial skin. Pus is absolutely not a sign of external dirt or poor hygiene, as many common beauty myths and advertisements falsely claim today. Rather, the presence of pus is actually a beautiful, visible testament to the incredible power and relentless dedication of your immune system. It represents a microscopic battlefield where countless brave cellular soldiers willingly sacrificed their lives to protect your body from dangerous bacterial invasion. So, the next time you spot a pimple forming on your face, try to remember the epic microscopic war happening just underneath. Respect the incredible biological healing process taking place, and allow your highly trained microscopic defenders to finish their important protective mission naturally. We have now witnessed the entire magnificent life cycle of a pimple, from a peaceful pool of golden oil to a cellular battlefield. This amazing chemical journey from simple triglycerides to complex free fatty acids showcases the brilliant and destructive power of specialized bacterial enzymes. It also beautifully highlights the incredibly rapid and coordinated response of our immune system when faced with an unexpected internal chemical threat. The microscopic universe hidden within our skin is truly a fascinating world, filled with continuous chemical reactions, fierce battles, and miraculous healing. Every single square inch of your skin hosts millions of these incredible biological stories, playing out silently, without you ever even noticing. By exploring these hidden microscopic dimensions, we gain a much deeper appreciation for the complex biological machinery that keeps us alive daily. Science allows us to see beyond the surface, revealing the hidden truth behind everyday phenomena that we often misunderstand or completely ignore. The story of the pimple is just one tiny chapter in the massive encyclopedia of microbiology that happens inside the human body. There are countless other microscopic mysteries waiting to be uncovered, from the bacteria in our gut to the viruses in the air. Each microscopic interaction plays a highly crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of life and health within our complex biological systems. We hope this deep dive into the microscopic factory of a pimple has completely transformed your understanding of your own complex biology. Knowledge is the ultimate power, especially when it comes to properly caring for your body and avoiding harmful habits like pimple popping. Are you curious to learn even more about the fascinating microscopic events that constantly occur inside and outside of your human body? Do you want to know exactly why a tiny inflamed pimple causes such an intense and sharp pain when you touch it? If you found this scientific journey fascinating, please leave a comment with the word pain so we can explain the nervous system. We will dedicate an entire future episode to exploring how tiny nerve endings in your skin transmit those intense signals of agony. Thank you for watching. Please follow Microbe World to become a true expert on the fascinating mysteries of the hidden microscopic universe.